and here we are going to be working on the construction of the complete plan, the true shape and the end elevation of a truncated solid. We are going to be working on the construction of the complete plan, the true shape and the end elevation of a truncated solid. A truncated solid is a solid that is cut by what we call a cutting plane. And here we have a rectangular prism that is cut by this cutting plane NN. This is the plan or the top view, and this is the front elevation of the rectangular prism. The dimensions that we have in the plan, we have that the length from here to here is 80 millimeters, and at this point the distance from here to here is 15 millimeters, which also apply to distance from here to here in the front elevation. It's also 15 millimeters, where the cutting plane starts and goes up like this. Then we have the width of this rectangle, which is the top view or plan of the rectangular prism. We have it to be 40 millimeters, while the distance from here to here in the front view is 30 millimeters. And we also have that the cutting plane NN is at angle 45 degrees to the horizontal. So what we are going to do first is to replicate the given views. Then from there, you can draw the complete plan, which I will still explain what I mean by complete plan. And then we draw the true shape, and then from there, we draw the end elevation. Let's see how this goes. So what we have to do first, as I said, is to draw the given view or given views. So we are going to start with the plan. So we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, so we have this horizontal line, and then we are going to draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line here. So we draw a vertical line. So let's start from here. So here we draw a vertical line like this. Okay, so then we are going to take a measurement of 15 millimeters from this end. So we take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So 15 millimeters. So from here, I will take a measurement of 15 millimeters to this point. From this point here, we have this to be 15 millimeters. Then we also take the measurement of the total length of the prism, which is 80 millimeters. So here we have 80 millimeters here. So at this point, I'm going to draw a vertical line also at this point like this. Okay, and also at this point I will draw a vertical line up like this. Then don't forget that the width of the rectangular face of the plan is 40 millimeters. So we have to take a measurement of 40 millimeters. So here we have this to be 40 millimeters from this point up. Then we are going to draw a horizontal line here. From this point here, we draw horizontal line. So here we have this horizontal line. So looking at what we have here, so we already have part of the plan. So though we are not done with the plan, so this line, okay, so this line is not straight. I need to redraw it. Okay, so we have it straight now. All right, so let's go and see the next thing that we are to do. So the next thing that we have to do is to come up and draw the plan. Okay, is to come up and draw the plan. So look at what we have here. Okay, so all right, so here we have what we have part of the plan. We are not yet done with the plan because we still need to draw this line. So this line that we have here is the line that we drew here. Okay, so this line we still need to draw this line, and we cannot draw this line without getting this point on the front elevation. So let's draw the front elevation and draw the cutting plane, then be able to draw that line. So what we are to do now is that we are going to extend this line. So we have to extend this line. So we take it up like this. Okay, and then we also take this line. So we take it up a bit. Okay, and then this line we are to extend it so it goes up like this. Okay, then we come up a little bit and we draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line from here to here. So we have this horizontal line. Then the width of the front elevation is 30 millimeters. We have taken a measurement of 30 millimeters from here up. So from this point up, take 30 millimeters up and then draw a horizontal line from here to here. Okay, so we have this now. So now, So the cutting plane is at angle 45 degrees to the horizontal, as I said. So we have to draw the cutting plane from this point, okay? So we take 45 degrees set square to draw the cutting plane. So cutting plane is drawn with a thick long chain line. So we draw like this. So this is the cutting plane. So here we have the cutting plane. So we call it cutting plane NN. So let's write it there. This is NN. Okay, so we have this down. All right, so with what we have here now, so we can now go and complete the plan. So to complete the plan, we have to draw a vertical line from this point. So we have to draw a vertical line from this point. So we draw a vertical line here. So I need to draw a vertical line from this point. So we draw it down here like this. All right, so we need to label the point that we have on this rectangle. So here I will call this point, I'll call it, this is point A here, okay? Then I have this point to be point B, so this is B. So this is point C here, and this is point D, okay? Now, so we are going to label this point also and this point. So this point, so we have it with, so we have it to be point A, okay, A prime, then D prime. So we need to differentiate it from what we have here. And for this one here, we have what we have B prime, okay? So B prime, and then we have what we have C prime here, okay? To differentiate it from what we have in the plan. So now the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to line up the edges. So we make this line a thick line. So we have to make this line a thick line. And this line also, we make it a thick line from here to here. And then this line, we also make this a thick line from here to here. And then, so we are going to make this line, make it a thick line from this point to this end. So we have it like this. And also this line, we make it a thick line from here to this end. So we have this now. Okay, now to now draw the complete plan, as I said, that we are going to draw the complete plan, and we are going to draw the true shape and also the end elevation of this truncated rectangular prism. Now, so why are we drawing complete plan? Because this is a solid object. This is a rectangular prism, which is a solid object. So when it is cut and this part is taken away, okay, we are going to see a rough surface. We are going to see this surface here to be a rough surface, okay? So that roughness, okay, we need to show it in the plan. It's just like you take an orange and you cut it you cut the upper part, okay, you cut it into two, okay, let's say you cut it into two and you remove the upper one. By the time you look at where you are going to put your mouth, which you are going to suck, so you will see it as a rough surface. So that roughness has to be shown here in the plan. As we have it here, we are going to see a rough surface here. So that roughness has to be shown in the plan here, okay, or in the top view. And to show that roughness, so we are going to draw arching lines within this surface here, okay, by using 45 degrees set square. So the arching lines are drawn at angle 45 degrees to the horizontal, and then they are to be equally spaced, as you are going to see how I'm going to do it here. So with my set square, as we have it here with my 45 degrees set square, so we are going to hash this surface. So look at how I'm going to do it here. So you draw a line like this, okay? So move away, so almost of equal distance, okay, or the space between them. So just try as much as possible to make them equal. So I'm just looking at it that this should be equal this spaced, okay, as I'm doing it here. So also, so you draw this, okay, and then so move away and then draw this, okay, and then you move away, so you draw this, okay, and then so move away and draw this again, and at this point also, so move away, draw this, okay, and then finally, so we draw this. So we have completed this plan. The roughness that we see on this surface here, after this part is taken off, is shown here with the arching lines, so that are at angle 45 degree to the horizontal. So let's take note of that. All right, so now let's go and work on the true shape of the cut surface. True shape on the cut surface, but before that, I need to do something. So we need to line up the front elevation also. So this line should be made a thick line from here to here, and this line also from this point to this point should be made a thick line, and then we also make this line, make it a thick line from here down. Okay, so now having done that, so the next thing that we are going to do, as I said, is to draw the true shape of the cut surface. Now don't forget that the cutting plane here is at angle 45 degree to the horizontal. So we are going to draw a line at this point that will be at a right angle to this cutting plane, and we also draw a line at this point that will also be at a right angle to this cutting plane. Now, how do you do that? The cutting plane is at angle 45 degree to the horizontal, so we are going to use 45 degree set square to draw a line at this point and to draw a line at this point, and each of the lines will be at a right angle to this cutting plane, because 45 degree plus 45 degree will give us 90. 45 degree plus 45 degree will give us 90 degree. But let me say something. Supposing the cutting plane is at angle 30 degree to the horizontal, so you have to make use of 60 degree side of the 30 by 60 degree set square. And if the cutting plane is at angle 60 degree, you make use of 30 degree side of the 30 by 60 degree set square. I believe that is clear. Okay, so let me go on and draw the line as I said. So here I have my 45 degree set square, so I will come to this point here. Okay, so I will come to this point, okay, come to this point AD, and then I will draw a line in this direction. I will draw a line in this direction, so it goes in this direction. Okay, so then I will also come to this point, okay, and draw a line from this point, draw a line in this direction. Okay, so we have this. Then I will slide my set square away a bit. Okay, so and then I will draw a line from here to here. So this line that I drew from here to here is parallel to the cutting plane, so you have to draw it like this. All right, so with what we have here now, so let's see what we have. Okay, so if we are looking at we are taking it in this direction. So at this point here, at this point, okay, at this point here, I have this point. So this point is going to be what? This point will be point along this line as we have here. So I'm looking at what we have here. So at this point, okay, so at this point here, I'm going to have B at this point. So this point will be point B, okay. So this point here will be point B, while this point will be point, I'm looking at this labeling that I did, okay. So if this is AB, okay, all right, so I want to make sure we get it clearly. So this point is point B, okay, and then we are looking at it in this direction, so going in this direction. So here we have what we have B here. So this point will be point C, so this will be point C here, okay. So this point will be point C if I'm looking at it. Okay, then for us to locate other points, what we just need to do is to produce the tree shape. So for me to produce the tree shape, so we have to take, so this distance that we take from here to here is distance from here to here. Okay, that's what I want you to know. Then we take this distance from here to here. Okay, so take distance BC or AB. So put it at this point C here. So make an arc here, and then put it at this point B, and then make an arc. Okay, so then we are going to connect these 2 points, we connect them together. So we connect these 2 points, we connect them together like this. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this line also, we also need to make it a thick line from here to here. So we have this. Okay, so this point now, so I can see this is point A here, okay, and this is point D. So okay, so according to what we have here, so now, so we need to make this line, we make it this line BCD, make it a thick line from here to here, and we also make AB a thick line from here to here. All right, so then we need to hash this surface. And to hash this surface, so I can't make use of 45 degrees set square, because whenever we are to produce arching line, we need to avoid the arching lines being parallel to either this line or this. Okay, so look at it. If I'm to use 45 degrees set square, you will see how it's going to be parallel to this line, and that is wrong. That is very, very wrong. So you cannot make use of 45 degrees set square in this case. So what I'm going to do is that I make use of 60 degree side of 30 by 60 degrees set square, and this is it. So you hash this surface. Okay, so action lines, as I said, are drawn within continuous line, and they are to be equally spaced. Okay, so most times we make use of 45 degrees set square, but there are conditions such as what I just explained here, in which we cannot make use of 45 degree set square to produce the arching lines. Please take note of that. But most times we make use of 45 degree set square to produce the arching line. So let's take note of that. Okay, then we move away from here, and then we draw this line. Then moving away, so we draw this line, and then so we draw this line finally. So this is the true shape that we have here. So here we have true shape. So this is true shape here. So this is the true shape of the cut surface. So let's take note of that. So this is the true shape. All right, so here is the complete plan. So what we are left with to produce in this drawing is to produce the end elevation. So end elevation, we are looking at it in this direction. We are standing here and we are looking at what we see here. Okay, so we want to see how the cut surface here. So how it's going to look on the as the end elevation. So for us to produce the end elevation, so what we are to do is that we are going to draw horizontal line. We extend this horizontal line from this point to this side, and we also come up here. So we draw this horizontal line. So we draw this horizontal line in this direction. So we have this now. Okay, and then we come up here, we also draw this horizontal line, we extend it, and then this horizontal line, we are going to extend this in this direction. So having done that, we take our 45 degrees set square. So we take the 45 degrees set square, set it at this point on the front elevation. What we are just doing here, these are orthographic views. So in first angle projection, so we draw this line at 45 degree in this direction. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so where this line touches this horizontal line, we have to produce a vertical line from this point. So draw a vertical line here like this, and then come to this point here, also draw a vertical line from here up like this. Okay, we have this now. So looking at what we have here, so looking at what we have here, so in this direction, so this is going to be point A. So here we have point A here, so this is point A. So here we have this point to be point A, and then this point is point D here. So this is point D, and then so up here, so we have this point to point C. So this is point C, and this point is point B here. So here we have point B here. All right, so let's take note of that. Then the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to line up the edges that we have here. We need to line this up. Okay, so we need to line this up. Okay, so we have this point, so make this a thick line from here to here, and then we also make this line a thick line from here to here, and then we make this line a thick line from here to here, and then here we make this a thick line from here to here. So then finally, so because we are looking at it in this direction, we also see the roughness of this surface. Okay, because this is take off. Okay, so we need to show that roughness by arching this surface with 45 degrees set square, producing arching lines here. So arching lines are also known as section lines. Let's take note of that. They are also known as section lines. So let's take note of that. Okay, so we have this. All right, so we also move on like this. So we draw this line, and then we also draw this, and then so we draw this line, sorry. Okay, and then so we move, and then we draw this, and we move and draw this line, then we move and draw this line, and then finally so we draw this line. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, so you can see all that we have done here. So we are able to draw the complete plan. This is the complete plan showing the roughness of this surface here in the plan, and this is the true shape, while this is the end elevation. So as simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. When practice this, you become a master at this work. We are continuing on this topic. Let's meet on the next video. God bless you.